Shipley, and he finds the end zone.
He's on top. His vision has to be, the more you can see when you're in zone, the better it is for the defense.
What's going on, everybody? What it is, I want to get the record straight. I want to invite you all to chime in each and every Tuesday this fall. This is our little preview. I was going to wait to do this till the Eagles, after the Eagles home preseason game. But after last night's complainers and 50,000 people at an open practice and the amount of excitement going on, I had to preview it. So this season, we're going to be live every Tuesday night. We're going to have guests. We're going to have other pages on. We saw a lot of rhetoric last night. This is my least favorite Eagles page. This is my favorite Eagles page. So I appreciate all you guys for the engagement either way. If you'd like to get involved, we can bring you up. And if you have a business as well, we would love to spotlight you and highlight you and bring you with us on the road, home games, away games, what have you, traveling, doing videos, doing content. So I want to first off talk about this vocabulary that you guys have saying that I'm crying or complaining. First off, we have more than one admin that posts on the page. So if you see duplicate takes where you see one side and the other, it's two different people. Or if you see us saying the same thing more than once, it's pretty much that we all unanimously agree. We're posting the same thing over and over and over and over again. So I apologize for that. We were not crying or complaining last night because the Eagles starters did not play. I do not care whether or not the starters play in the preseason. However, given last season and given the leaks from the locker room and Jalen Hurts coming up, giving his first press conference of the season and not exactly giving a glowing endorsement to Nick Sirianni, and the drama, get it right. And yes, I'm going to hold the Philadelphia Eagles accountable. I don't care if they say they're wearing green socks and they come out wearing white socks. They purposely leak information to reporters to get out into the open. They purposely leak information to reporters to get it out to us. And they have ample time to send a follow-up tweet. Contrary to the reports earlier, the weather is bad. My grandmother passed away. We are not playing the starters. It takes you 2 seconds. One guy, the team, another reporter, the same reporter with the initial report. I know Jeff McClain is an absolute dope. I miss you all as well. What is up, Jonathan? I know Jeff McClain's an absolute dope. The players hate him. The people hate him. Again, I'm a sicko. I watch the entire game. I don't care who's playing. Football is back. It's summer. I could not be more freaking excited. So for you saying, you guys still crying, you're still complaining, I'm not complaining at all. But I know people that went to the game last night. They watched the starters warm up only for them not to play in the game last night. It's the internet. News travels fast. Just fix it. Just get the proper information out to the public. This was the problem last year. I think, and this was the main takeaway. Okay. That last season, they could not get out of their own way. And it had everything to do with the team, the media, PR staff inside the team, and the media outside the team. I firmly believe that the fans couldn't have been more supportive after a 10-1 start and gave them the benefit of the doubt, even going in as a wild card team. Because the fans, these are the best damn fans on the freaking planet. The fans, for the most part, gave them the benefit of the doubt at the end of last season. But the leaks, the drama, the tweets, the turning against each other, it's got to stop. And the fact that, and I'm not trying to create something out of nothing. I'm really not. I don't care. You play the Baltimore Ravens this season. You play the Ravens this year. Why would you play the starters? Why would you show them anything? It's bad weather. I was not expecting them to play. I did not release or share the initial Jeff McClain report because I knew it was bogus. And I was watching the game anyway because it's football and it's a Friday night and I'm drinking beer and my freaking beloved Philadelphia Eagles are on. So I'm not crying or complaining. I am the voice of you. And a lot of you said, why were you posting videos when you could just send out a tweet or a text status, or you're tired of looking at me? You're tired of looking at me? Mute me. Unfollow. I'm here for y'all, and I wouldn't have this, and I wouldn't be able to do anything if it wasn't for you guys, the best freaking fans in the world. And I love you guys, and I want you to beat me up, and I want you to beat the team up, and I want you to hold people accountable, and I want you to be positive, and I want you to be all the feels that you've got inside your bone, period. But I'm not going to accept this Mickey Mouse leaking of information anymore. They're a multi-billion-dollar with a B organization. And you say something, you can correct it. Another reporter can come in and correct it. The same initial reporter can correct it. They leak out information purposely all the time. Was it to sell tickets? I don't know. I don't really care. I'm watching either way. Kenny Pickett looked good. Will Shipley looked good. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. looked good. Quinyon Mitchell looked good. The freaking running back from Georgia at the end of the game, the fourth string offensive linemen, were mauling people. They had guys that started for the Falcons and the Giants in the last 2 minutes of the game. That's how deep this Eagles team is. And the Baltimore Ravens are notoriously deep, great coaching staff, and win for the most part, almost every preseason game they're in, they win. I think their streak ended like last year, but they're really good. And there's a reason they're good. They have good coaching and they always have a deep roster, and they're pretty much in the playoffs or in the mix year in, year out. The Eagles, even if they have one down year, they usually bounce right back and they're in the mix every year. So, yeah, I want to see them win. Yeah, I want to see them play. Yeah, I want to see the guys fighting for their job fight till the end, till the full 60 minutes. And they did that. And they got a fumble. And Patrick Johnson is a guy that could create a role for himself. And to be honest with you, when you're in the game that late in the game, the odds of you making the team are not very good. And he's played a lot of games. He's been like on the second team, and now he's at the end of the game, which is going the wrong way as far as the second team starting the game, and then you're playing in the last freaking quarter of the game. Maybe they don't have enough bodies. I don't know. But Patrick Johnson's a guy that kind of played in games, in regular games. Patrick Johnson's played in games as a defensive end for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they win the game. So I want to know, did you go to the game? Did you like the kickoff? Did you like Kenny Pickett, positive, positive, positive? Or did you think the kickoff was Mickey Mouse? The reporters were Mickey Mouse. Kenny Pickett is, the guy started games in the NFL. He should be bludgeoning and beating the crap out of second and third team players. Or are you Mr. Positive preseason? Don't take anything from it. Either way, let us know. We're so excited this season. Every Tuesday, our first regular season Tuesday show is going to be live in Brazil. I have no idea where we're going to do it from. Probably inside our hotel room or something. But we're going down there. And then we got a home opener, I think, popping off. We've got a bus trip, return of Saquon to New York this season. We've got Joe Burrow wearing all white, undefeated in Cincinnati. We've got LaShawn McCoy and Deshaun Jackson heading out with Philly sports trips to Los Angeles this season. We've got freaking Brian Dawkins going down to Tampa Bay. Come on. It's going to be a good year, guys. I am not crying. I am not complaining. I just want to turn the page. I want to stop this BS that it's just blatant lies. And I don't care. Oh, it wasn't the team. You guys are wearing the green goggles. Okay? It wasn't the team. It was just a reporter who's a dope shit. Nah. Jeff McClain is with the team every single day. He's with the team every day. He is the team. I don't care where these guys work, whether it's the Inquirer or however they get their press passes. I don't care if they left the freaking newspaper, the local rag, to start their own YouTube channel and they still have press passes. They're there every day at training camp and at practice. They know. They talk to people. They get information from the team. They are the team. And the team has every chance on the planet to correct these reports. Hey, we know the recent reports where we're going to play, but we can't right now. The weather's bad. We're playing the Ravens this season. Why the heck would we play our starters? Doesn't make any sense. Or we've got a new offensive coordinator. We got a new running back. We got new players. We got new offensive linemen. We want to get some work in. But get the report right. None of this Mickey Mouse stuff. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you'll see them in the second game. Probably not. Maybe you'll see them in the third one, which is the home game. Maybe not. But we're very, very excited. The Phillies took a little bump in the road. So during our season every Tuesday, we're going to be in the meat of Phillies playoffs. So I apologize if you're Eagles only. We are going to hit some Phillies. But really, this is going to be a football show every Tuesday. It's on Tuesday nights because now the freaking NFL controls Thursday nights, Black Friday, Sunday, sometimes even Saturday once college football ends, Monday Night Football. We have to have the show to keep it consistent every single Tuesday because we've sometimes got a game. We're recapping a Monday game, and then there's more games coming that Thursday. Really, that Tuesday, Wednesday window is really the only time we got a chance to recap what's going on the week before and pivot to what is to come moving forward. So I appreciate y'all. I'm not crying. I'm not complaining. We have multiple people that contribute to the page. And whether it's a picture, a video, a text status, a tweet, tell us what you think. But again, it is me a lot of the times. It's not always me. And if we double post or it's the same thing, it's because we're all on the same page. Or if it's differentiating opinion, or flip-flopping, it's not me flip-flopping. I'm gonna find before I go, I'm gonna find these guys bitching and complaining. Hold up real quick. Let's look at these guys complaining. All right. Review some complaints. There's me. I did not write this, okay? We see a lot of people clowning us for wanting to see the starters play as promised. I did really, either way, I would have been okay with it if they needed to get some work in. I would have been okay with them benching it. I just don't like Mickey Mouse reporting. A lot of people clowning us for wanting to see the starters play. Andy Reid plays his guys all the time. I thought that the Eagles got immediate contribution, whether I don't care if it's a preseason game. They almost had a pick to start the game with Quinyon Mitchell. Trotter had multiple tackles and a sack. Will Shipley, who they drafted to be a running back piece, I don't think they're really sold on Kenny Gainwell, had a nice game yesterday. They used a lot of real estate to get a QB2 and a guy who's a starter and started a lot of games in this league, and he looked pretty decent. And we had highlights to the game. I don't think one of our, I'm not going to say who, I don't think one of our contributors knew that there's no overtime in preseason. And I said, no more complaints. The Eagles scored the only touchdown in the first half. They had 20 minutes in the first half. They had 40 out of the 60 minutes in the entire game time possession. Covey had a really good return. I was drinking beer. Will Shipley is a dog. Very excited to not see some of these guys that are always on the team but never really do anything. These training camp specimen warriors. And this is where I got a lot of flack. Okay? And I even had to edit this and say, I agree with the decision, given the weather and the fact that we play the Ravens this season. However, Jeff McLean, after reporting the plan is to play the starters for a series tonight, maybe more, depending on how they look, for him not to just send a quick note out, hey, they're not going to go, or for the team to leak to a different reporter, to Zach Berman or somebody else to say, hey, they're not going to go. They warmed up. The conditions are bad. But they blatantly lied. And they started the defense. So they must have not been all that concerned about the weather, unless the defensive footing and traction is a different off-the-ball pace than the offense directionally. But they started the defense and didn't start the offense. So that was Mickey Mouse. It was Mickey Mouse reporting is what it was. The kickoff thing is wait all day. Howard Eskin this morning said that John Harbaugh was just toying with the league. Was toying with the league by kicking a touchback to start the game, and that the kickoff rule, was also Mickey Mouse. And the main takeaway, this is how it originally started. Again, it had nothing to do whether the team was starting or not. I don't really care. I watched the whole game either way, and I'll leave you with this. I didn't care what the decision was. I care that they, obviously, for the last time, these guys leak out purposely all the time to reporters, and then they didn't just go back and correct it and say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to go. So it's just blatant misinformation. I know people that went to the game and bought tickets and stuff like that, and were expecting to see a series or two. They were going to go anyway. They had already had the tickets, and they got nice news, false news that morning where we might see them for a little bit. And they got to see them warm up and do some things that you don't see on TV, and work on some stuff. But they have all the time in the world. It takes 2 seconds for either the team or another reporter or the same reporter to correct it. And after the PR debacle that was Jalen Hurts' press conference, when he couldn't have a pre-gurgitated answer hey, my faith is in Nick and Howie and Jeff, and we're moving forward. Instead, they're doing this. They can't get their story straight, which I'm going to start cracking skulls. They got to start whacking people. PR, media. They're one of the best run organizations on the planet, and they can't get their story straight out to the public. They have leaks. They have complainers. They have disgruntled stuff. They have division. That stuff's got to stop. They won the football game last night. I know it's just preseason. Stop asking questions about last season's reporters, please. Stop asking questions and move forward. We'll see you on Tuesdays this season. If you want to get involved with us, give us a shout. Peace.